Today we are going to be demoing Roof Quote Pro by Roofle. Now this is our latest and greatest Roof Quote Pro. This is going to be Roof Quote Pro 2.0. So I'm going to go through the newest features that we have and we have just released, as well as some of the older features that we have as well that we've improved. So first we're going to start with a couple different things, and it's going to be one side is going to be the customer facing side, and then the other side is going to be the contractor facing side. So we're going to start with the customer facing side, or what I like to call the website facing side. So two different ways that we can access the technology. One way is going to be a slide out widget, which is over here on the side where I hit this button right here and it slides out. Another way that we do it is also what we call the embedded version, where you can create buttons or things like that, where they click on a button and it brings them to a page embed. So if you want to drive traffic through maybe social media campaigns or Google campaigns, where you can put a link in there. Once they click on that link, it's going to bring them to a directed landing page to then get those conversions. For this purpose, we are going to go ahead and hit the slide out widget here. And then when the customer comes here to your website, again, we are a homeowner coming to your contractor, or your website is being a roofing company. We're going to go ahead and enter the address. So customer now enters the address. Once they enter the address, it's now going to load up an image of their property and also an outline of the property as well. A couple things that they can do on this page. They can scroll down and they can hit edit roof structures. And if they want to, they can move the structure around. They can also change the structure. So they want to edit the structure in any sort of way, they're allowed to do so as well. One other thing that they're allowed to do is they're also allowed to draw new shapes. So if there was a shed or a garage on the property that we were not able to pick up, they can then go like this and just go ahead and draw that structure right here on this page, hit save changes, and now we have two structures on the property. They can hit the little pencil icon right here, and they can rename this as shed if they would like to, or however they want to label these items on here. So from there, hit the little check mark, and now we have our shed and we now have our main roof. If they also hit the little check marks down here at the bottom, it shows that it's going to be included or not included into the estimate. With our technology, we can pick up to 10 different structures on the property. So if this property did have 10 structures on it or less, it would pick up multiple structures on the property. For the demo purposes, I'm just going to go ahead and just delete this shed off of here. So now we're back to our original structures on the property. The next thing would be picking the slope. So if we have a shallow, medium, or steep slope, in this case, it has defaulted to a medium slope on this property. From here now we can then click on see my price. So now the customer says, okay, I want to see my price. Everything looks good as far as for the drawing and the page. So from here now they're going to go and enter their information. So we will enter our information in here and now get our conversion on the page. Once I click on this, I hit show my price. Once they hit show my price, now it's going to populate the instant quote. So now we can see on here that this contractor is offering GAF, Timberline HGZ, Owens Corning duration. All of these are fully customizable by the contractor. So the contractor is the one that's picking the products, and they're also the ones that's setting all the prices. Again, this is a white labeled, fully customizable version to where the contractor themselves is setting this thing up on their side. And I'll go through that when I go through the back end part of this, or the second part of this demo. A couple things about this page when we come here. Number one being the price up here at the top. So this would be the total overall price for this product, for this roof. Down here below, you see the C package details. Once they click the C package details, it's going to go ahead and open this up, and then the customer can now see what's included in this and what's not included in this cost. Again, the contractor is setting what is included in their cost and what is not included in their cost. The next part we have is the send me details button. So if the homeowner says, hey, I'm really interested in this product, I like the colors that they have to offer, they can click on the send me details button. Once they click on that, the customer is now going to get an email sent to them with all of the products that they just now saw in there. Next thing you can do as a contractor, you can put in a nice video. So what I recommend to a lot of our contractors is putting a very nice, video in here explaining, hey, thanks for coming to our site. Thanks for using the instant quote. Here's kind of the next steps of the process. Or you can also introduce your company or talk about the great things that your company does as being in business for however long. So a nice little video that you can put in here so the customer can now watch a quick video about your company. If I scroll down, again, you'll be able to see the product that they had selected and what's going to be emailed to them. And then they also will have the option to book an appointment. So you can set up different links to be placed in here so that you can then book an appointment directly with your company. If I hit the back button here, close out of that screen. If I scroll down the page, the next section you're going to see is the financing, which is one of the greatest features that we just released. So down here at the bottom, you can see that you're now offering a couple of different financing options for the customer. So as they can see here, they can select interest as low as, or maybe a same as cash deal, or a payment as low as term. So again, you as the contractor would be setting up what terms that you want them to see. You can display up to 5 different finance options in here. As you can see, this contractor has selected just 3 to offer, but simply all the homeowner would have to do is simply click on whatever option that they want to select, hit the Get Pre-Qualified button. Once they click on that, now they're going to get a text message sent to them to start the pre-qualification process. A few questions that they answer, and instantly, just like that, they have now been pre-approved for financing. So that's one of the greatest things, the newest things that we've released with the product cards. If I scroll down, you're also going to see all the different products that you can offer. You can actually offer up to 8 different products up here on your website. So as you can see, this contractor here is even offering an ice dam removal. So not even a product or not even a type of shingle, but maybe a different type of service. So you can do ice dam removal, you can do coatings, anything to do with roofing, you can build into here and offer it to your customer. So if I keep scrolling the page here, you can see all the different options that they have. The next thing is going to be the custom labels. So up here in the corner, you can see up here, this says the best, this says standard, this says impact resistant. So you can put custom labels on here so the customer can see. So maybe you do like a good, better, best, or maybe you say like, oh, discounted product, maybe a weekly special, however you want to label each one of these products so that the consumer can see that this is what this package includes. Also, you'll be able to edit what the title is up here. So if you wanted to do maybe a GF Timberline without a warranty, maybe another one, a GF Timberline with a warranty, and then maybe a GF Timberline with a Golden Pledge warranty, something like that. So again, everything within the product cards is fully customizable by the contractor. That's pretty much it for the customer facing side. I will now move over to the contractor facing side. So if I click on here and I refresh the page, now we are into our contractor portal. So every one of our contractors that signs up for our technology will get access to what we call our Roof Quote Pro portal. In here, we're going to start with the dashboard. And in here, you're going to see the lead that we just did, or the information for we just did. If I hit the little plus sign over here, it's now going to pop open and show me all the products that customers saw and what the prices were for those, as well maybe some finance options that they saw there as well. If I close this, you're going to see in here the address, the phone number. You're also going to see the market of where they came from, the crate date, the measurements as well. So here's where you're going to get the measurements right there for what the structures were. And as you can see here, the original was 2942. And since I did edit that structure a little bit, it did come back as 2961. If I scroll over, we're also going to show you the URL from where that homeowner actually converted. So if you're doing multiple different marketing campaigns, you're going to be able to tell exactly where that homeowner came into your platform and actually converted from. Great way to track for marketing purposes. The next tab I'm going to go to is the other contacts. So other contacts would be customers outside of your service area. So let's say that you're servicing Minneapolis, St. Paul, and maybe you don't service St. Cloud, and maybe this homeowner came and submitted information and they're in St. Cloud. They would come into your other contacts section, meaning that they were just outside of what your service area was whenever they submitted. The next one is going to be address onlys. So let's say a homeowner comes to the platform and they enter their address and the form pops up on the screen and the homeowner says, yeah, no, actually, I don't want to submit my information. We're actually still tracking all of those addresses. So all those addresses will actually come into here so you can do different types of campaigns, maybe a mailing campaign, something like that, to where you can still target all those customers. Even though they did not submit their information to you, you still have at least an address of an interested customer looking for a roof replacement. Next one we're going to move to is another new feature, what we call rep quotes. Up here at the top, you're going to have the toggle which says show square footage or not. So if you toggle the square footage off, that means that the customer will not be able to see the square footage on your website. So if I go back to here, if you turn it on, you will see a square footage populated here. So the homeowner will actually see what your square footage is here on the product card. Again, you're in full control if you want to let them see what the square footage of the roof is or not, but that's where that toggle is there, turn that on and off. In here, you also have rep quotes where now you can come in here, you can enter an address into your platform, and you can go through the same process right here within your portal without actually having to submit any sort of information to a lead. So now you go ahead and click that, and then there you go, you have your pricing. So this would be a great feature to use with your sales reps or maybe your canvassers in the field. You get them access, have them log in, and right there at the door, they're instantly able to give quotes right there to the customer if you'd like to. So a great feature for a lot of our contractors that maybe don't do a lot of marketing or do website things, but they actually are able to utilize our technology in the field. Next one we're going to go to is products. So this is where you're going to select all of your products that show up on your website. So in here, we have over 800 different products that you can choose from. You can also search up here in the top bar if you would like to as well to filter by different products that we have. All you'd simply do is just click the add button. And then once you hit the add button, it's going to add it over here to your selected product. So I'll go ahead and go over here and find another product. I'll search for, let's just say ICO. We search for that, and let's say that we want to add the Dynasty or the Cambridge. We hit add, and just like that, it's now added over as one of our options that we can now show on our website. On the top, we have My Catalog. So I can click on My Catalog, and from here, you can add anything that's not currently in our product database. So let's say in the 800 we have to offer, we don't have a product that maybe you do. You click on My Catalog, and then you can click on Create Product Card. Once you click on that, now you're creating your own custom product card. So you're entering in all the information, all the photos, whatever you want to enter to where now you're creating your custom product card. As you can see here, we've created some for roof rejuvenation, maybe some tile, solar array, standing seam metal, ice dam removal. So you can create your own custom product card if we don't have it in our database. Also, if we don't have it in our database, you can also request a new product. So if you click on the request new product button, it's going to bring up a screen to where it's a product that you want to request to have added to our system. Over here on the side, this is where we're going to customize all of our product cards. So if I click on customize, it's going to open up that exact product card. And as you can see up here, it says Owens Corning Duration Designer. If you wanted it to do like a dash and create something different if you want to. So whatever you edit up here is what the customer is going to see about the product. You can also edit the photos if you want to, or change the photos. Also here, you're able to turn on and off colors. So if I didn't want to show them a color because maybe it's out of stock, I would just click the little eye icon right here. And just like that, now it's turned off. So the customer will not actually see that that color is actually available. If I scroll down, this is where it's going to show the warranty. Again, this is all fully customizable by you, the contractor. So you can change what the warranty is, the top features are, what's included, what's not included. This is where you would edit all that verbiage so that the homeowner sees what's included and everything about the product specific to your company. If I go over here to the side, this is where we would create those labels I was talking about. So if you want to do the good, better, best labels, or whatever you want to put in there for a label, you can even create your own label if you'd like to. That's where you would create those. Over here is where you're setting your per square price. So this is where you put your per square prices for the product. Over here, all you do is change the number or put the number in whatever you'd like it to be for that. If I scroll down here, here's where we have our finance options. So this is where you're going to show the financing to the homeowner. So you may have a couple of different packages set up. So whenever you click on a different package, it's going to show different finance options. So again, all the financing is fully customizable by you, the contractor. You're picking all the packages and what the homeowner actually sees. If you don't want financing, then you just click no financing. The homeowner will not see any sort of finance options. I'll click this back to base package. If you go down here, now you're going to see where it says factor in the merchant fee. So if you turn this on, for every one of the finance options, it's going to automatically factor in the merchant fee. So if your merchant fee or your dealer fee is 4%, 6%, 8%, whatever it may be, whenever the customer comes and sees your price on your website, that merchant fee is already going to be built into those finance terms. So if you would like that so that you don't have to worry about trying to factor that in later, you can turn that on. So it'll automatically calculate it for you. If you don't want to, then you can turn that off. Scrolling down, you can see the price per month. So it's just going to kind of break down and show you what the product cards are going to look like here. So you have a total price, then here's your finance options down here as well. I'm going to go back to the catalog. Up here at the top, you see where it says market. All the products and prices are very specific to market. So if I hit this Aberdeen one and I change it to Abilene, you're going to now see where this changes, and you're going to see different products and different prices for that market. So if I scroll down here, you're going to see that there's going to be some different products and different prices for the market. So if I scroll through some different ones, you're going to see that they're actually going to change. So they're offering, everything is very specific to each one of the markets. So that's a big thing, because as we know, in a lot of markets, they maybe don't offer certain types of shingles, or all the shingles are not the same price in different areas. One other piece here is going to be the financing type. So we have Contractor Loan Pro, and then we also have Basic Finance as well. So if I click on Basic Finance in there, and if I go to Save Changes, then we're just going to have the Basic Finance option available. So whenever the homeowner comes in here, it's just going to be a Basic Finance, which is basically just going to be a price per month right here. They're not going to have multiple options to be able to get pre-approved in there. So then again, you can turn this on and off right here, and I'll show you where to set this up later on here in the demo. So we'll go back to the catalog, and we're going to go back to contractor low pricing because we want to make sure our customers can get pre-approved in all of our products for financing. So we'll set that there. Next one we're going to go to is the settings. First piece is going to be the branding. So in here, this is where we're going to set up all the colors, all the text, all the fonts to be very, very specific to your website. So we make sure that everything on here looks just like your website so that when they come to the website or they come to the widget, it looks just like it's actually your own technology. Again, fully white labeling everything so it looks like it actually lives on your website. The next one is going to be the service area. So when I click on the service area, that's where you're going to see what the service area is for each region. Like I talked about, everything is very market specific. So if I go back to Aberdeen, South Dakota, you're going to see here's the radius around the service area for Aberdeen, South Dakota. One of our newest features we released is custom pins to where now you can actually move this radius around. So you can place this pin somewhere around the area. So let's say maybe you service more to the west of Aberdeen. So maybe you want to move the service area over here. So all the service areas now are now fully customizable as far as where you want your actual service areas to be within the area that you service. The next one I'm going to go to is national service area. So if you have a national account with us, this is where you would have control over turning on and off specific states. This is more specific to our national accounts. Next piece I'm going to go to is the financing tab. So inside of the financing tab, you're going to see Contractor Loan Pro. So this is where you're going to set up all of your financing and finance terms. So first tab is going to be the Finance Center. So this is going to show any sort of applications that have been submitted or maybe pre-approvals or denials. This is where you're going to be able to track all of those right inside of here. As you can see, there's a customer that's been submitted. They've been approved for up to $35,000. If I go over to all transactions, you're going to see all the different transactions in there as well. If I go over to the rate sheet, now this is where you're going to be choosing all of the rates that you want to show. So you may have a list of 30 that you can choose from. This is where you're going to be selecting the different ones that you want your customer to see. So if I go down here to the bottom of all these offerings, you can see there's a bunch of them here to choose from. You as the contractor will be selecting those. All you would do is click add to base package, and then it would add that to your financing options. So there again, you are creating all of your different finance terms, whether you do best rates, cheapest rates, longest term rates, however you want to set those up. This is where you're going to be able to set up all of your financing options right here within Contractor Loan Pro. Again, one of our newest, latest and greatest features that we've released, and that's how you control all of your financing. Next one is going to be basic finance. So let's say you don't want to offer them a pre-qualification. You click on basic finance, and here's where you're going to set up your basic financing terms. So again, everything is very specific to each market, to where then you're going to show the terms. So if I turn this, I go to another state here real quick, and then you can see down here there's the edit button. You can show here as far as the terms that you want to extend it to. So if you want to offer 180 month terms and whatever the average percentage rate that you want to show. Again, just our basic financing options there. Next tab I'm going to go to, one of my favorites, which is going to be analytics. This is where we're tracking all the analytics inside of our widget on your website. So in here, we're going to track all the different interactions. We're tracking all the page conversions over here. This is where all your grand totals are. Down here, you're going to see all the different views, address loads, contact forms submitted. Down here, you're also going to see the average quote price. The average square footage of your project is going to be down here. Maybe your top products are going to be down here. If I keep scrolling down, you're going to see all the different interactions from edit roofs to slope changes to roof renames. Basically anything inside of the widget that's happening, we're tracking all of those things. So you have full access to come in here anytime and be able to see what your analytics are inside of that widget. So there's no left guessing as far as what the customers are doing, where the customers are falling off, where your conversions are coming from. Everything is fully tracked right here inside the analytics. Next tab is going to be the developer tab. This is where we're going to give you the tool scripts. So these are the scripts that you're going to give to your web developers or whoever runs your website. This is the scripts that you use to put them onto your website. So when the technology actually shows up. So we give those to you at all times, so that you have those, so that you can give them to people that need to have those. Down here, you can also add domains. So maybe you have a couple of different domains that you use for your website. This is where you can add those domains to make sure that the tool works on those different websites. Next one is going to be webhooks. So we use webhooks, Zapier integrations, so that we can take the contact information that comes into our platform, and then we can then send it or zap it out to your CRM or somewhere else that you want it to go. A lot of our contractors maybe don't want to log in here every single day to try to find their leads or go to see what their leads are. Instead, they're just going to go ahead and take them from our technology and then just import them directly right into their CRM. Makes it much, much more efficient. So webhooks are set up. Also integrations, we do have a direct integration with SalesRabbit as well. So if you are an existing customer, you want to learn more about what SalesRabbit is or what the integration is, you can talk with one of our CXMs and talk about more about what that integration looks like. But what we can do is we can embed our technology right into SalesRabbit. So as your canvassers are in the field, they're able to access all of our instant quoting technology right there in the field while they're at the door canvassing. Next one is going to be billing. This is just going to be all your billing information as far as what your subscription is. So if you're a yearly subscriber, monthly subscriber, or whatever your subscription is, this is where it's going to show those details. If you click over here on the right, this is where you're also able to cancel your subscription. The next one is going to be my profile. So this is where all the contact information for your profile. This is where you edit all that information here. Last one is going to be company. This is where you would upload all of your logos. You would also set your company email as well. Whatever your company email is set to, this is where all of your lead notifications will come to as well, as long as you have this little checkbox here applied. And from in there, you can also get lead notifications as well. So when a lead comes in or a new contact comes in, that email address will also be notified. Company contact, you can also add additional contacts here as well. So if you want to have maybe your sales manager in here or sales reps in here or whatever, you can also add additional contacts here as well. That's all I have for you today on the demo. This is the latest and greatest Roof Quote Pro by Roofle 2.0 demo. Thank you so much for listening, and have a great rest of your day.